Dow Jones Wall Street 30 trade setup for today. So it is looking pretty much like we are heading for a breakout to the upside, as expected. So the wedge here is still in play. We are flirting with the top of it at the moment. And remember, we had sort of that kind of pattern there. But you could also argue that the wider wedge like that. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It is consolidation. It's a breakout and a retest and a second retest of this level here of 25,365. Okay, and it's quite interesting to see some of you not liking my analysis of the upside. So either you're trapped short and holding on to shorts and praying that it's going to fall, or you're just being a troll. But anyway, regardless, it doesn't really bug me. Not going to change the way I'm looking at the markets. At least I'm making money. Right, so you can see this trend line is being flirted with a couple of times. We've had this pin bar here. Now that is just news that came through. It's basically noise. So basically what happened here, we had somebody come out and say that the trade agreement between the US and China was falling apart, and the market fell. Trump came in and said everything's fine via Twitter, and of course the market rallied, and it looks like it's going to continue to rally. So, but it was quite a big fall. If you actually measure this fall here, so it basically fell 2%. Okay, and we'll pick it up in the low time frames as well. But must be nice to be able to move markets with simple statements. Okay, so for my analysis going forward today, this pin bar pretty much is going to get ignored as far as I'm concerned. That's a noise bar, not interested in it. So we've been creating higher lows here. We are at the trend line. I'm looking for breakouts. Now, where are those breakouts? The first breakout and retest is this area here, which is 25,393. And the second breakout area is pretty much where we are now. And I think that's the area that I'd actually be more interested in, because it is a break of the trend line. Although I suppose we'd have to put that trend line in as well. So what we're looking for is a breakout, pullback onto structure. So it would either be down here at 26,121, alternatively this area here of 26,183. But the problem you have is if you look to the left, you've got all of this congestion here. And you could technically just draw a line on the top and the bottom and call that a range as well. So it is messy, it is sideways, but I think, as far as I'm concerned, this is the opportunity to move up. So why I'm saying I'm ignoring this bar, because that's going to put my stops well out of reach of any trade that I want to take from a risk to reward perspective. So these, ignore that one and look for the next lower lows. Okay. If we just have a quick look down at actually, we'll probably go down to 3 minutes here and give you a picture. Right, so you can see as the market opens, somebody comes out and says there's chaos, must have woken Trump up and got him to put a tweet out, and then of course market rallied. Okay, so pretty much in 2-minute fall, 500-point fall in 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 20, half an hour, pretty much, before the market rallied again. Okay, so anyway, that just shows you the power of noise. And the sad thing about that is that kind of nonsense. You would have had traders that were trading, that got in at the bottom here, that have been moving their stop up, basically anticipating a breakout, and their stops would have been triggered all the way here. And that's another reason why it would have run as well. Because you had a lot of longs in the market with stops at different levels, and the volumes would have been low in the market. So just driven it down quick, hard, and fast. Now somebody made a lot of money out of this, and then obviously somebody waiting down the bottom for that as well and bought on the pullback. So not manipulation, not at all. Anyway, so that's pretty much my view on the Dow. The Dow at the moment. So we're looking for breakouts, we're looking for longs, and this is consolidation area for me. If I delete the noise, you can see it's pretty well structured. Okay, there's your flag there. Very well structured. And my measured move for this is first the previous high and then that. So my first target is right over there, 27,334. I expect to bounce off that before an attempt at the high. I expect to bounce off that, and then I expect us to hit the measured move of 27,838, where I expect a fairly decent pullback, probably to come back, or maybe not a decent pullback, but just to come back and test this level here. Okay, anyway guys, that's my view on the Dow today. It is looking like a pretty decent trade setup for today, and that along with currency pairs looks like it's going to be a pretty interesting day today. Let's see what happens. Anyway, hope it helps, and we will catch up with you later. Cheers for now.